Hello everyone, Lycan here and welcome to Phasmophobia. We're going to be doing the Apocalypse 2 challenge. Now, here's what I want to say about the Apoc 2. You run it at about 75% speed. Your sanity's at 50%, no sprinting, the breaker box is off. So, and you with all this, you're playing on full-size Sunny Meadows. So what you do is once you hit level 50, on your, you see I'm Prestige 20, level 121. But what you see when you're level 50 is that you're going to open up what's called customs. Now these customs, you'll have 3 different customs you can do to get the presets, okay? To get the presets for Apocs 1, 2, and 3, if you want to do just regular presets or you want to make it to where it's your preset. You want to go into your customs. You want to hit the edit button, which is right here, and you're going to go up to presets. Once you do that, here's Apocalypse 1, Apocalypse 2, and Apocalypse 3. So Apocalypse 1 is 6 times multiplier. Apocalypse 2 is 10 times multiplier. And Apocalypse 3 is 15 times the multiplier. So you can technically go in and create your own presets the way you want it, as long as it's at 6, 10, or 15 times multiplier, okay? It does not matter. You do not have to go off the presets. You just have to go off the multiplier. And it will show you down here at the bottom that you can do it here. So let me show you what I mean. So this is the custom 2. This is what I've just been playing around with. But I have a actual custom that is a 9.50 multiplier. That is bronze, okay? I can do this on Sunny Meadow and get the bronze. Now, if I want to go a little bit higher, then I would have to make it a 10 times multiplier or a 15 times multiplier. As long as it is over that multiplier, between that multiplier, like say for instance bronze is 6, as long as it's between 6 and 10, you're going to get your bronze. 10 and 15, you're going to get your silver, and over 15, you're going to get your gold. So we're going to do it at 10 times the multiplier, and you have to do it on Sunny Meadows. Do you see where I have the skull, but it has the check mark here? I have already done mine, which is right here. Now, back in the day, right, whenever I did it, there was 3 skulls. There was a bronze, a silver, and a gold. Now it's just 1 Apocalypse trophy, and I'm pretty sure you get that when you hit your Apocalypse 3. Pretty much have everything done. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into full-size Sunny, and I'm going to show you how I did my Apocs 2 and Apocs 3. Simple, easy, but it's a rinse and repeat a lot. It took me roughly about almost 2 weeks going in a little bit every day, playing, doing a couple rounds, keep going, before I finally got the ghost that I can get the Apocalypse on, which was a Banshee. And I didn't even get the Banshee well. Oh, she just sang an awful lot. But then again, I did this back when it was 24 times the multiplier for Apocs 3. It was hell. The good thing about Apocs 2 is you do have flashlights, okay? You do have a little bit of lighting. Apocalypse 3? No, you don't. You ain't got crap. You ain't got crap. So we're going to take these in real quick. So what I do is I take everything I need and I throw it inside the front door. So my goal is to bring those ghosts to me. So I'm looking for 1 of 3 ghosts, okay? I'm looking for 1 of 3 ghosts. I'm 1 of 4 ghosts. I'm looking for a Diogen that it runs directly to me, okay? I'm looking for a Phantom, which will come to me, but it doesn't show its form all the time. A Wraith which will step into the salt, but not step into the salt, leaving me an EMF 2, or a Banshee that does a shit ton of singing events. So, yeah, I'm looking for a couple of the different ghosts here. We're also going to look for, because on Apocalypse 2, you're going to get one piece of evidence, right? One stinking piece of evidence. But if you do it the way that I have done it, you don't need evidence, to be honest. You don't need a single piece of friggin' evidence. Because you're ruling out a crap ton of ghosts. And you're only trying to figure out one of the 4 ghosts. It's not that hard. We're going to make sure we get all the salt. So what I bring in is I bring in a parabolic. I bring in the salt. I bring in the camera. I bring in the candles. I bring in my smudges, my EMF, and whatever your optional objectives. Because what you need to have for this is you need to have all 3 of your optional objectives done. Okay? All of them. All 3 of them. You need to have a photo of the ghost. And I would probably say go ahead and grab a photo of the bone because it's technically right there. You need a photo of the ghost. All 3 optional objectives. Guess the ghost correctly. And survive. If you do not do that, if these 3 here are not ones that you can do, rinse and repeat. Okay? So we have escape, which that may be a little iffy. Witness a ghost event and ghost blow out a firelight. If the ghost can come to me, then we can at least get the ghost to blow out a firelight. Escaping the ghost may be a little rougher. Maybe a little rougher. Since how we don't have sprint. And I technically... Nope, that does not give you speed. Not at all. So I'm going to bring in 2 of these real quick. I'm going to go ahead and grab this last one. Yeah. That sanity only gives you 5% sanity to kind of give you a little gist of that one. So you can take all of them and only get 20%. Alright, so bring in those. Now, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to grab all my smudges. And you want all your smudges. I'm going to go ahead and grab a lighter just in case I forget it. That would be an absolute death trap if I forgot the lighter. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop 2 of those there. This way I will have room to pick up this one. And I don't think that I'm going to need really anything else at this point. I mean, I could probably grab you just for extra lighting. Because you can use these. And let me say, tier 3 flashlights are probably the best to see with. I use the head camera, the head mounted light, just for extra lighting. Alright, so that will kind of help us there. Alrighty then. So we're going to go ahead and bring you in. Set you right there. We're going to set you right there. We're going to whoop, boom, and boom. So you want that there. And then you want your EMF there. Okay? And then you want your, you want to place your motions close to you, but within the pathing. Because that will also tell you if the ghost is coming to you or not. Get him up like that. Yeah. This one says it still has one. I'll go ahead and put that right there. Just in case. So the ghost has not started hunting yet. So you can do that to also help with that. Help with a little bit of lighting. This is what I normally use these for. Plus, you can also get the ghost to blow it out if the ghost comes to you. Alright, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to grab the camera real quick. So I can go ahead and take a photo. Oh, there it is. I say I knew I grabbed the camera. I knew I grabbed the camera. Alright, so I'm going to go and grab a photo of the bone real quick. I would say just if you're on here, because we're gonna go ahead and do this here. Because the ghost can be pretty fast. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this real quick because it's usually right here. It's actually helpful. And then, because it's still, there it goes. There it goes. It's about to say. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that. Ooh, I don't hear you, which means you are not close to me. We may have to rinse and repeat this one, guys. We may have to rinse and repeat this one. So as soon as he gets done, or she gets done hunting. So you can always check the name. So like Carl, if you have a male name, mark out Banshee or Dan, because those two now are guaranteed to be a female ghost. A female ghost model, should I say, or a female ghost. So if you have a male name like Carl Nielsen, Carl James, Benjamin, whatever, if you have a male name, go ahead and cross out your two, because it's not going to be one of them. So that's two automatically marked off, which is a great thing. Yeah, you're definitely not coming to me, which means you're not a Diogen, because I don't hear it coming to me at all. I don't hear this ghost at all. Now remember, this ghost is 150 speed, so it is a lot faster than any normal. Are you going to... You're going to be downstairs, aren't you? Lovely. Now you can, with this speed, you can go and find the ghost. I mean, you can. It's a doable thing. All right, so he's done hunting. We can go ahead and go. We'll rinse and repeat. It does not come up here. It has not made its presence known up here, so it's not one of my ghosts that I'm looking for. So I'm going to rinse and repeat, and this is what you do until you get a ghost that is going to do exactly what you want it to do. And you get the optional objectives that you need to get. So we're going to go ahead and rinse and repeat. Let's go for... We're going to go for shade. Now, again, we're just guessing on this and not guarantee I'm going to actually get it. It was an Oni. Okay. So, again, some of those ghosts are a little bit hard to maneuver with, so we're going to go back in. Again, it is a rinse and repeat. You're going to die a lot. You're going to rinse and repeat a lot until you find the ghost that you're going to want. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab you. 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 Do I have another spot? No, I do not. I will probably die doing this, but... Oh, need to have a little bit of light to see what the hell it is I'm doing. A little bit of light to see what the hell it is I'm doing. Alright. That's ambient sounds. Because if I can get a Diogen, I can get everything that I'm going to need. If I can get a Diogen. And I did forget to show y'all the optional objectives, which I will probably go ahead and do real quick. So when you first load in, you're going to check your optional objectives, okay? And I'll always forget to do this because I hardly ever do this anymore because I just really don't care. 3 unique photos with a camera. Well, 1 we can get with let's see. We can get 1 with the crucifix, 1 with the EMF, 1 with the bone, 1 with the ghost. We're good. Sound recorders. You're not going to get those. Those are going to be extremely hard unless you have You're very much safe in a ghost's room. EMF, yeah, you can get EMF. That's relatively easy enough. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the actual ghost, where the ghost is at. If you want to find the ghost room, I try to keep it pretty well up here, or at least in one of these two rooms here, or at least in the chapel. This way it's easy enough to figure out what this ghost is. So I have no earthly idea where this ghost is at, and it could be in any room in this whole facility. So when you come in, you're going to go to the left, and here is your bone. That is one unique photo, okay? So that will actually help you out a little bit. All right, you're hunting. Bye, baby. Cody is heading off to work. He's got a long day ahead of him. All right, so basically what we want to do is we want to, and you always want to listen behind you, listen in front of you, listen below you. Now, whenever you see on the tier 3, whenever you see a sound, it's going to give you an arrow where that sound is located at. So it's going to tell you it's either, see how it's there, just no arrow? That means it's on this floor and it's right in front of us. If it gives an arrow down, see, that's showing it's in front of us again. When it gives an arrow down, it's below. Arrow up, it's above. Where the Sam Tarnation are you? Which means you're probably going to be downstairs. Which means this is not the ghost we want. He's done hunting. All right, so rinse and repeat. We're going to rinse and we're going to repeat. Because it did not come to us. It did not do any type of event on us. So these are not the ghosts that we're looking for. So we're going to head out and we're going to rinse and repeat. You will do this multiple times before you get in and you find out what ghost it is that you're wanting. All right, so we're going to look. It was a Carl. We can definitely mark off Banshee and Dayan. We're going to mark off Diogen because it didn't come to us. So those 3 we can completely rule out. We did not even hear it hunt at all, not even on the parabolic. So it was far enough away from us that it really just didn't care where we were. So it did not event on us, so I'm not going to do that one. We already know it's not a Banshee. It is not going to be a Wraith, not a Phantom, not a Banshee. I don't know. Let's just go for miling. We're just going to go miling. Again, we're guessing. We're guessing. So the next round, we're going to make sure that we have this the right way. You want to make sure those 3 optional objectives are going to be easy for you to get when you go in. Is there no Bombo?
I've got some jobs ready.
No Bombo. So stinky. That is one of the new ghosts.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
So let's look. Ghost event.
Be linked to a cursed
Videos.
object. Go and take a closer look.
Okay.
This will help your investigation.
So we're going to rinse and repeat because videos are not going to be... I mean, we probably could, but no. So we're going to look at our evidence. It was a Lisa. Let's see. Lisa. You get it? Lisa on Sunny. And if you guys ever want to know some of the lore behind Lisa, which is what we call Pajama Girl, Lisa, Patient 7, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll do a little video on her. She's, oh my gosh, she's absolutely amazing, her lore. And a lot of the ghost and the locations will start having lore coming in the future updates. So make sure y'all guys check on that. No, you know what? We'll go with Spirit. We'll just stick with Spirit. It's probably going to be one of the oddball ghosts like it normally is. twins.
Back. I've prepared some
Yep,
jobs for you.
oddball ghost. Oddball ghost. All right. So back to Sunny. And we're going to see what our optional objectives are. Yeah, so twins, that would have been a little bit different. Okay, so again, I'm going to take me a smudge. I'm going to take this. I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to grab the parabolic. So what we're going to do is we're going to look. EMF, photo of an EMF. Relatively paranormal sound recording. Why do you keep giving me this? Why do you keep giving me this? Stop that. We're not going to be able to do that. Charles, so it's not these two. We may be able to do this. All right, you know what? We're gonna test for a Diogen. We're gonna test for a Diogen just because I want to see if it's a Dio. Because if it's a Dio, we can get any of them. Oh, yeah, I got my camera. If it's a Dio, we can see how it has the arrow pointed below. That's showing me that the sound was generated downstairs. Again, that was downstairs. One was downstairs, one was in front. So you'll be able to see the different ways it is. So if you're downstairs, it will have an arrow upstairs if the sound was generating upstairs. I love the tier 3. Oh, that's a big bump. I love the tier 3. All right. Are you hunting? No, you are not. I heard that. You were close. You were close. So where was that? Where was that? Huh. Okay. Downstairs, maybe? Downstairs? Alright, so we're going to listen. Well, there's a breaker box. Alright, so we're going to listen. When this door shuts, that ghost is going to hunt. So I'm just testing to see if we have a Dio. Now, you can rinse and repeat and do the same thing. Make sure you have a smudge on you. Make sure you have a lighter. You were coming to me. Okay. He's coming to me. Alright. It is time to test some theories. Time to test some theories. Alright, so now that we know the ghost is coming to us, okay? Interesting. Interesting. So either he's moving, or he's teleporting, or he's just roaming to us. We know 100% he's not a Banshee, so we can rule that out. So the two we're looking for is a Phantom and a Wraith. That is the two that we're looking for. So if he's getting close enough to us, we may actually be able to get some audio. Maybe. That is a big maybe. So what I'm going to do is, again, like I did many times before, I'm going to drop everything in here. Let me go ahead and just drop that right there, just so I can have the extra spot. It is a back and forth to grab all your equipment and to hop in. Alright, so we're going to grab all of you. Because the power is out, you're going to need some type of lighting, right? And I do not use tier 3 headgear, which you can do. It gives you night vision. You can use tier 3 headgear, but it is relatively blurry. And for me, and it's like some others, it does hurt my eyes. We'll go ahead and grab you. We'll grab you, because we're going to need the crucifixes. Goodness, you're going to need the crucifixes. Okay. Try to get everything. You don't want to drop your lighter because it does not take up inventory space, so you can keep your lighter in your in with you. So we're going to need you. We'll go ahead and we'll bring you just so we can look for orbs. Because orbs could honestly mean that it could be a mimic. So I'm not seeing an orb right off the bat, but there's no guarantee that it won't be one. I didn't grab anything else. Oh, that's odd. That's odd of me. Alright, so we have all of those. We have those. I guess we can kind of take this, and then we'll come back and we'll get the last smudge here in just a second. Should be our last run in. We'll go ahead and we'll bring the thermometer just in case we start getting cold breath near us. Then we'll start seeing if the ghost is actually moving toward us. Just in case. Alright. So, and these give us 5, so that's 5, 10, 15, and 20. So we're starting out with 50% sanity, so I'm probably pretty sure I'm at about 40. So that put me up to about 60. Okay, and there's a reason why I did that. Is to give me enough time to plant this. So you want to put a salt here, which covers that full line right there. Okay. Then you're going to put this here, which is going to indicate whether the ghost is coming towards you. Because I did hear him. Now, he may be in the chapel, which he can move toward us, though. The second thing I want to do is I want to put a crucifix right there, which is in front of that. That will stop him from hunting there. We're going to put that there, and this crucifix is going to go right there. Now, you can put these kind of close to the crucifixes to rule out Onryo if you choose to. It's if you choose to. Now, we've already gotten one photo of the bone, so that's a unique photo, okay? What I can do is just kind of sit here and wait. Just sit here and wait. Let me go ahead and grab another smudge, because I'm probably pretty sure. Always want to make sure you have this in your hand just in case a ghost spawns in front of you. You can snap a photo. But you got to be quick. You definitely have to be quick with it. So I made it to where he's not going to hunt right off the bat. If this ghost is in the chapel, these crucifixes are not going to cover the whole chapel. Unfortunately. So he was definitely close. See if I can get him again. He's definitely close. Thinking he may be in that room right there. I don't... Maybe he's in the chapel? So he's throwing a good amount. Alright, so he is close. He is 100% close. He definitely is 100% close. So what we're going to do is we're gonna wait till he starts hunting. Because if he hunts and he is a Dio, he's going to come straight to me. So we'll go ahead and we'll stand right here, because if he's a Dio, he's going to come straight to me, and then I'll have to smudge, and then he will slow down when he gets roughly about right there. He'll start slowing down when he gets close to me, and then I'll know. Then I can smudge, and then I can just take him for a walk. Which I will walk him around the stage in the chapel. So, as one thing I do like about Sunny Meadows is that it's such a big looping area. And that's one thing I love about a lot of the maps is you do have a looping. Now, looping, I will do another video on showing you how to loop. Looping is not technically that hard. It's just practice and practice and practice. There's many times that I still die while I loop, so don't get discouraged if you end up dying while you're looping. Because the more you loop, the more you practice, the better you're going to get at it. Okay, seriously, Ghosty? What, now you don't want to do anything? Now you don't want to do anything. What is wrong with you? He's upstairs. He's definitely upstairs. Yeah, you're Charles, so you're definitely not one of those. You are definitely throwing things. Oh yeah, you're very close. I'm thinking you're either in that room right there or you're in the chapel. I hear him stomping. But he's just not hunting. And he's not coming over here to me. He's not eventing, so he's not a wraith. And he's not a phantom. Because he's not coming over here to do any type of events on me. He has not found me yet. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. I want to hear his speed, though. That's going to determine which one, if he's one of these two. Or if they. I can definitely hear him throwing things without parabolic, so he's close enough. Like I said, he's either in that room or he's chapel. I'm thinking more of chapel. He's definitely throwing stuff. Which means hiding in the chapel may not be the best thing for us to do. Because a lot of times hiding in that chapel is you still die. I mean, this is technically not a hiding spot either. Okay, come on, Ghost, do something. The only reason why I'm letting it go as far as I am is just to see what this ghost is. Because if it's a Dio, I can 100% get all the audios that I need. Especially if I know what room he's coming out of. We can figure out what he is. And then be able to get what we need to get. Come on, Ghost. I know that did not mess with your stuff that much. Are you no Bombo? Are you in a Bombo? Sometimes if the Abombo is in a calm state, sometimes it does not hunt. Which that definitely could be what he is. He is definitely not wanted to hunt, that's for sure. He is 100% not wanting to hunt. Are you throwing a lot? Are you a Pulte? Now you're not wanting to do anything. Those are all ambient sounds. You can pretty... You're chapel. That's exactly where you are. That's why I'm hearing him. He's chapel. Oh, my Lanta. He laughed at me. Well, I mean, I got parabolic, but I don't need parabolic. I definitely don't need parabolic. So he's definitely throwing a lot of stuff. Oh no, he is right the fuck there. Are you hallway? Possibility he's that hallway right there too. Hallway chapel? But yeah, he's right there. Which could be deadly for us or it could be good for us. It definitely could be deadly or it could be good for us. Oops. We may be in a little bit of trouble. We may be in a little bit of trouble. The one thing I will say is that sometimes it is a waiting game. And sometimes that could be one of the worst things to do is a waiting game. Because he is still not hunting. Oh, why are you not hunting? Why are you not hunting? You are definitely not wanting to do anything, are you? He's definitely throwing things in there. There he goes. That is normal 150 speed. He's not a Dio. He is definitely not a Dio. He's not a Hantu. Yeah, he's normal. He's a normal, so he's not a demon, because he did not hunt. Not a Deogen, because he didn't come to us. Not a Hantu, not a Moroi, and not a Thay. Not a Revenant, because he's not slow enough. He keeps going downstairs. So his pathing is not coming to me. But he is right there. Now, you can... are you still hunting? You should be. Nope, you're done. Alright, so we're just going to go, we're going to guess, because I'm not spending all day in this crazy thing. But that's the gist of it. You want to bring the ghost to you. If you can bring the ghost to you in that room, then it's it's either going to be a banshee if it's a female. It's going to be a phantom, a wraith. So you want to make sure you bring that ghost to you, unless it's in that room. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with one of these others. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna go with Pulte because it did throw a few little things. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what we're gonna go with. It threw a few things while it was in there. It could be any of the ghosts. They will throw stuff, but it was a shade. Oh, that would have been a hard one to get. Oh, that would have been a hard one to get. But that's basically how you want to do a Apocalypse 2. But again, it is a rinse and repeat, a rinse and repeat, a rinse and repeat. You do not need to worry about, oh, I died, oh, I did this, oh, I did that. So you want to make sure you get your basic 3 optional objectives, which would be capture a photo of the ghost, because you got to get one of those anyways. You can get 3 unique photos if you choose to, which is relatively easy if you go to the ghost's room. Or if the ghost is a wraith that comes to you, take a photo of the EMF, you're good to go. You can take a photo of the bone and a photo of the ghost. There's your 3 unique photos. But you want to make sure that is you get the... go ahead and pick the bone up, just for shits and giggles. Get your photo of your ghost, get your optional objectives done, and then you want to make sure you get your ghost correct that is when you will get your apocalypse. So guys, thank you guys so much for being here. I do apologize for not getting the ghost correctly in this video, but I just wanted to show you what you want to do to bring the ghost to you. If you go in, you set everything down, throw everything in the door, set everything down whenever you get in there, set everything out, make sure you have the stuff set where you want them to. You don't have to go off how I did it, but you do have to go off how you feel you need to do it. Make sure you set everything down, make sure you get everything set up, and just wait. If the ghost hunts, let it hunt, let it be done, because if it's going to event, it is going to come to you and going to be one of those couple of ghosts that I mentioned. It's going to do it either before it hunts or after it's done hunting. That's the reason why you have the crucifix laid out, because after it gets through doing its event, it can try to hunt, which if it does, it can eat that crucifix, and there's another photo. So guys, again, thank you guys so much for being here. I greatly do appreciate that. If you happen to like this video and you like what I'm doing here and you would like to see more, like say for instance the Apocalypse 3, hit the like button. You know, you like the video, you think it's going to help everybody else out, please make sure you share the video. If you happen to like what we have on the channel, hit that subscribe button, because every little bit does help, guys. Every little bit does help. All right, guys, I love you all, and I will see you guys in the next video.